for NFL football until 2020 as you get a look inside the Intimate StubHub Center here in Carson. Coming up, we've got a good matchup. Tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So don't say nothing.
Here we go. 319.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks, another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Emmanuel Agba coming in. And to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken it around the 40. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
No, check. Patriot. Over here we go. Over. Detroit. Let's go. Leopard. Over. Back in. Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Barney. Set.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer, throw left side complete. It's Gregory. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Here we go now.
On 4th down, Schaefer. On the right side, this is Miller. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Cardinal defense is going to football back. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Partner, I know that ball security is preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of...
And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Good job.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
56. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Schaefer throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gregory. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11.
Let's go, Barney. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Set. Green 39. Green.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hey. Gun.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, yeah.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Leopard.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on first down. Schaefer. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On that catch, he's already eclipsed 100 yards here in the first quarter. Charles, he's on pace for over 400.
And playing with great confidence, isn't he? I think he probably had it coming into the game, and now that he's really come out of the gate this strongly, how'd you like to be in the huddle with him right now? You know he's demanding the football. And guess what? I throw it to him. He's having a fantastic game, and they haven't defended him yet.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They come out here in the eye.
Here we go now. Detroit.
Now they send a man in motion right. Time running out here on the play clock. Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Okay, Betty, I see you. Leopard, Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Schaefer. And that'll be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Off play action. Schaefer throwing the out route and complete. It's Gregory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what we talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get...
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they've got it here with a first down. From the gun, Schaefer. He's got his man on the crossing route. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Able to power, accelerating, and off he goes. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, partner, do know this, if you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the Bruins, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st down, Schaefer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Tight end left. Here we go now. Leopard.
Throwing again. Schaefer. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So out now come the Cardinals. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And it's taken in at the 9. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Set! Green! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot! We got 4 down, 4 down.
This is going to be Shepard on the end around. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. throwing on first down. Schaefer eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Schaefer going deep this time for Miller. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Check. Four down.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
On third down, Schaefer. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
I got you, son. I got you.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Los Angeles first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Now let's go. Leopard.
Four down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Ryan Anderson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
52's the mark.
3-19.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
Go ahead and take a seat.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. In not great starting field position here for the offense.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All right, here we go.
Off play action. Schaefer going up top for Miller. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Let's go. Detroit, 39. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
319.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
319. Leopard.
Alert 3.
Off the play fake. Schaefer Try to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a litit bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Looking to throw. Schaefer. He's going to sling this deep down. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
All right, here we go. Detroit. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They run the counter now on first down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw. Schaefer. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Robert Kimdichie. In there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
All right, now look at 56. Over.
Check 50.
Miller in motion right.
Nickel. Buzz. Be ready.
Gun.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Schaefer. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Hurry up, here we go. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
action. Schaefer. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Sterling Shepard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though,
Yeah.
because you're exactly
You
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Be ready next time.
319!
Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2.
They're going to look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back to throw. Completes it to Lee. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Schaefer. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
Yeah, that, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
They got tight left, tight left.
Over! All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Schaefer over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. And that will be incomplete as well.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down,
Took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Looking to throw. Schaefer. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40, 20, 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on. And the Cardinals are in for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Chargers getting set to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made the taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Green 39! Green 39!
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Strong left, strong left.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Back to the NFL scoreboard for his second, 3rd quarter in Indy. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Man left, man left.
All right, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Get up, let's go. Do this.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
319! 319!
Mike, watch Mike, watch Mike.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be
You
really
don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
They're coming.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Now let's go. Detroit. Now, Blue 90.
50, huh?
Blue 90.
You ain't going nowhere.
On 1st down, Schaefer flushed out right.
Alert 3.
Finding room inside the 40. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Powell. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Double tight, double tight.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Four down.
Throwing on 1st down. Schaefer. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Got double tight. Double tight.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Hey, four down.
Leopard. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 14.
Double tight. Double tight.
Set. Blue 90.
Hey.
Blue 90.
Four down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Showing eight. Showing
No.
eight.
Check. Patriot. Patriot.
He's checking. He's checking.
To throw on second down, Schaefer. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green. Over.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Kimdichie. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Back to throw. Schaefer escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Set. 3-19.
Four down. Check.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
All right, here we go.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot.
Over. Detroit. Take it.
On 4th down, Schaefer flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 32 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Green 39.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play.
Set. Green 39.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll motion out one of the tight ends. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in. All
right. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else. Get daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me and our fan. Fantasy League.
Indeed I did, my good man. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Cardinals say they have it. They do. Arizona recovers. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And he gets it down to 32. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. We get a look at Sterling Shepard as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Emmanuel Agba coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw, and they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
Blue,
hey, hey,
landing.
hey. Four down, four down,
Blue,
four down.
watch him now, Barney.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Detroit.
Check 25.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Under 10.
Detroit.
Under 10.
Detroit.
10.
Looking to throw on second down. Schaefer, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Chargers on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Four down. Check.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Switch gears.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
SOS.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Off the play fake. Schaefer. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.